All right, in the 8-9 game in the East region, that is the bottom left corner of your bracket, we've got the number 8 seed Memphis Tigers taking on the number 9 seed Florida Atlantic Owls. First of all, for Memphis, they've had a terrific season, 26-8 on the year. They finished second in the American Conference, but ended up winning the AAC conference title after beating Houston in the championship game. This Memphis team loves to play fast. They're 17th in the nation in pace. They love to run up and down. This team terrifically balanced offensively, both inside and out. They've got a lot of star power as well. The transfer Kendrick Davis as well as DeAndre Williams, both seniors. Davis a guard, Williams a forward. The two of them combined for nearly 40 points a game. These two are electric in terms of star power. Both can score from inside and out. Memphis also really solid for the most part defensively, 35th in the nation in terms of defensive efficiency. However, the big question mark I would say for Memphis is consistency on the defensive end. When Memphis has lost games throughout the year, whether it be in conference or out, they've simply been outscored by their opponents, whether that's just because they're not locked in defensively or they don't match up well. Defense has been a problem sometimes, at least from a consistency perspective for Memphis. On the flip side of things, we've got the number 9 seed Florida Atlantic Owls, who have had a crazy season. They've won 31 games. They're 31-3 coming into the NCAA tournament. They dominated Conference USA and won their conference tournament title. This team is top 36 in both offensive and defensive efficiency. They're terrifically balanced, which I really, really like about this team. Offensively, they move the ball really well. They take a lot of threes. They hit them a lot of the time as well. 37% as a team for the Owls, which is very, very good. This team does not have really necessarily a superstar. However, they do have a couple of really, really solid guards in Janelle Davis and Elijah Martin. Both are very, very solid. One of them is going to need to step up big time in this game for FAU to pull this one off. On the defensive side of things, FAU really, really solid as well. Again, top 36 in the nation on that side as well. They limit ball movement very, very well. Teams pretty stagnant when they play against them. Also, they guard the paint really, really well, which is surprising for a mid-major. The problem for this FAU team is their size, which is expected for a mid-major team. Other than the Russian big man Vladislav Golden, who's a 7-footer. This team is pretty small for the most part. They have a guy playing power forward, usually around 6'4" the majority of the time. Size is a big issue for this FAU team. Now, in terms of matchup, I think this is going to be a great 8-9 game. Both teams can play offense. Both teams can play defense. We're going to see some scoring. We're going to see some great defensive play. I think this is going to be a really, really quality game. But for me, this game comes down to two things. One, who's got the star power? I think Memphis does with both Kendrick Davis and DeAndre Williams. So point goes to Memphis there. And also physicality. I feel like Memphis is a really, really physical team this year. And I don't know if FAU has really, really experienced that this season. Now, if I had to put this one on the upset meter, if you want to call the 8-9 game really an upset, I'd say let's talk about it, right? FAU definitely could pull this one off against Memphis. But in the end, I'm going to go with the Memphis Tigers to knock off the FAU Owls. I think it's going to be a good game. I think FAU is going to give them a ride. But I think Memphis, with their star power, they come through and get the victory. Do you want to win your March Madness bracket pool? Do you want to not only beat your friends, but humiliate them? If that sounds good to you, subscribe down below because we are previewing all 36 first-round games of the NCAA tournament and give you the info you need to crush your friends and dominate your bracket pool.